What is up, guys? My name's Clayton Yates, and this is my 2016 Camaro 1SS A8, and I use it for racing in a couple different series, but mainly I have it set up for the Optima Challenge, so that's kind of my goal, is to get faster in the Optima Challenge. And you want to go out there and go fast in your car. Information is the key. You got to know, what brakes to run, what tires, what wheels, what parts are a waste of money and what parts are, worth every dollar. So, and if you're like me, which I would say 95% of the guys racing are like me, you're on some type of budget. You don't have a race team. You don't have, just grassroots racing. You can't go out and spend, $10,000 on a suspension setup and then a month later go out and spend $10,000 on a suspension setup because the one you got didn't work. You need to know what works and set it up, as close as you can get it the first time, make small adjustments and have something that works. So that's kind of the goal with this, is to show you guys what works, what doesn't. I'll show you some of my mistakes along the way so you can maybe avoid those mistakes. I'm going to go into details on my car, show you what I've done to it, who's helped me out along the way, and some of the plans for the car in the future. I think I'm going to nickname it No Aero Camaro, and then maybe after I do all the aero I can call it Mo Aero Camaro. That's a pretty lame name, but whatever. I'll show you the car and you guys give me your thoughts. So I cannot say enough about this chassis. It is made for what I'm doing with it. It is a really good autocross car. It's a really good track car. It's not a budget killer, which, God, in racing that is so hard to do. It's hard to get a car that you can go out reliably, beat the hell out of it, bring it home, do maintenance on it, and take it back out and not have to rebuild the motor, rebuild the transmission, rebuild the rear diff. This thing just freaking works, and it has 40,000 miles on it, and it has been ran hard a lot. Most of its life it's been ran hard. So if you see this car come up for sale, I would say steer clear, but hopefully I don't plan on selling it soon. I just shot myself in the foot, but no, it works really well. And the key to making it work is right here. These are Apex 19 by 11 front and rear. These are the anthracite, and they are their model ARC8. I'll put a link down in the description. You can check those out. Then the tires are the BFG Rival S 1.5. Running a square setup. That means same size front and rear. They're 305/30/19. They're at 200 tread wear. Autocross tire. I order them from Tire Rack and I have them heat cycle them. I put them on and tons of grip. I'm going to make a video just on tires, because that's what it's all about. It's all about wheels and tires, and then you can build from there. You can do your suspension. You can do you can add power. You can work on the driver. If you don't have tires, it's really hard to work on the driver. I mean, you can learn a lot on some shitty tires, but you can't push to that next level without good wheels and tires. So if you're just getting into this, whether it's autocross, Optima series, even track days, do some research, or even if you just have a question, you can comment below and I'll help you pick out wheel and tire. But I'll put a link in the description on these. I think if you're running a Camaro, this is probably the best bet out there, wheel and tire wise. For brakes, I'm running the high carbon rotors, which I kill every two events. You can see all the cracks in there. These are done. And then for pads, I run the Raybestos ST43. And in the rear, I've been running the Power Stop Track Day, which is a really freaking good pad, honestly. And I almost went those front and rear, but I've had really good luck with the ST43, so I'm actually switching the rear out to those. But I may go back to track day front and rear, but I have new rotors coming front and rear, so we'll get those swapped out before the next event. And then let's see what else is done to the car. So it is suspension wise, there's really only 3 main modifications I've done. Lowering springs, they're BMR springs. Adjustable rear tow rods, you can see those up in there a little bit. I think without the Hotchkiss sway bars, there's really no way I could go as fast as I am with this car. It has the triple adjustable front and rear sway bars, and whenever I'm on the road course, I set them both to full stiff, and then if I'm trying to get a couple tenths out of it, I will adjust the front sway bar. I'll loosen it up a little bit, and that'll help the car rotate a little bit. Oh, it's got the let's see if the light's kind of funky. So rear seat delete kit. I think Schrader Performance, maybe. Yeah, Schrader Performance. Really nice kit, lightweight. It's an A8 automatic, which is very unique. At this point, I do think I'd be a little faster with a manual, but it works. The A8 in this car is a badass transmission. I've always been an advocate for the automatic in this car. It's not as fun, blah blah blah, but it's fast. But once you go to like the extreme, it's not as fast. Custom made oil catch can from my friend Ben. No camber plates, ported throttle body, cold air intake, E85, and that's it. It's a really good car. Awesome, guys. Thanks for checking out my car. Make sure and ask any questions you want in the comment section. Also, make sure you like and subscribe. If you don't subscribe, you're not going to see the badass content coming out. I'm going to show you guys this car on track. I'm going to compare it to other cars. And yeah, we're going to go on a journey of making this thing freaking win an event.